Hello ladies and gents, and welcome to week 4 of our Shakespeare class. This week we get to head into A Midsummer Night's Dream. Last week we finished our first play, Comedy of Errors. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been fun reading through your analysis and the discussion boards, and your memes are just out of this world. They're so fabulous. I love the creative bent that so many of you have. This has been really, really cool to look at. So this week we get to do Midsummer Night's Dream, which is a very popular play of Shakespeare's. It's a staple of theater communities. It's often done in the summer because people like to do outdoor theater in the summer, and Midsummer Night's Dream just feels right on account of its title normally. So it's a very popular play. It's done a lot. So on Monday, you're going to be reading our intro in our excellent handy-dandy textbook to Midsummer Night's Dream. This kind of orients you to some of the context, some of the characters, some of the critical reception, all of that important stuff. So read through that intro, and then starting on Tuesday, you want to read through Midsummer Night's Dream. As we've talked about last week, it doesn't all have to be read in one day. This is just a suggestion to start reading the play because it will need to be finished by Friday. So if you need to pace yourself out, starting on Tuesday and having yourself read a couple acts each day will get you there. So plan your time wisely and well, just like we talked about last week in educational psychology. The research suggests that the things that make for successful students, you're going to be tired of me saying this by the end of the quarter, are, you know it, good time management, and 2, networking, asking questions, reaching out to people if you need help. So do those 2 things and you'll probably be okay. So plan your time wisely and well this week. A Midsummer Night's Dream is a little bit longer than Comedy of Errors. It follows 3 distinct groups throughout the play. You've got a pair of very confused lovers. You have a bunch of workmen, like weavers and masons and stuff, who think that they're actors and are trying to put on a play. They're very bad. It's hilarious. And then you have a third group, who is a group of fairies who live in the forest and like to mess with people's lives. So lots of really fun stuff in this play as it follows these 3 distinct groups that, of course, mesh and meld and get all confused before the end of the play. So Tuesday, start reading the play. Wednesday, there's a really interesting article called The Light and Dark of Midsummer Night's Dream. It was published in the New York Times. It's pretty short. I've linked it in the modules for you. I'll show it to you in just a second. Read through that. It gives some really interesting insights to the play and its current reception versus its past reception, like historically. And then watch the recorded lecture on Midsummer Night's Dream. It's posted in the modules tab. I switched to Panopto instead of using the different recording software that I was before. That was giving us some fits. So we shouldn't have any issues with video access. I'll just keep using Panopto from now on, and I think we should be in the clear. And then you will be watching A Midsummer Night's Dream on, what is that, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. And then your assignment is due on Friday. Now, if we want to take a look at the assignment real quick, this is another writing assignment. You're going to be answering each question in like a mini essay response. We're shooting for about 100 words in each response. So they're going to be pretty well-sized paragraphs there, talking about some of the things that the major characters are going through in the play. Good stuff. It's a really fun play, guys. I'm excited for you to see it. So if we go into the modules tab, things are slow sometimes. We do have a folder on Midsummer Night's Dream, week 4. Here is the link to the recorded lecture. It's in Panopto, so it should open up real easy, and you can even view it right here in the browser, which is handy dandy. Oh, look, there's my face. You guys have to see so much of it. Apologies. So there's the video. Yay. Here's a copy of the PowerPoint if you'd like to be able to go through the slides at your own leisure. Here is a link for the video production of Midsummer Night's Dream. This is my favorite version of the play. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find it for free unless you rent it from your local libraries. So if you're a member of the Mid-Columbia libraries, all of the libraries have a copy of Midsummer Night's Dream. So you could theoretically rent, and I know this is so retro, like a DVD or a Blu-ray of it from the library for free. Now they have a limited amount. There's not enough for everyone in the class, so it's like first come, first serve there. Or you can rent it from places like Amazon. It is $3.99, which is a bit of a bummer. But this play is awesome because it has got just like a star-studded cast. Kevin Kline, Michelle Pfeiffer, Christian Bale is in it, Rupert Everett. Like, there are so many good people in here. I cannot even tell you how many good people are in here. It's hilarious. Everybody's awesome. It's such a good movie. So I know it's $3.99 and that sucks. But like, if you want a really fun version, this is my personal favorite. That being said, though, there are many amazing versions of this play. And our CBC library, in fact, has access to some free ones. And I found this one by the Royal Shakespeare Company, which is also amazing. It doesn't have like the name recognition that the other one does. There aren't as many famous people in it, but you will recognize people who are in it. And it's super well done. Like, the acting is superb. They did this really interesting interpretation of the play that I think you will like. And you can view this one right in the browser as well. Fabulous, fabulous interpretation. And one of the cool things you can do with this software on Alexander Street, which works with ProQuest, you can cite the video right here, which is super nice. And then if you push play, it has some options where you can watch the play on one screen and read through the text of the play in the other screen. Let me see if I can make it happen while I'm recording video. It might not want to. Yeah, it doesn't want to do it for me right now. But once you hit play and you maximize the screen, you can do all kinds of stuff. And you can search the transcript to go to specific places in the play. Lots of cool stuff through this fabulous resource. There we go. Here's the transcript. So if you watch the play, you can scroll down and you can get all of the characters' lines right here, which is amazing. So you can follow along and you read along if you want to, and it follows the play precisely. So awesome. Easy way to watch the play and also read the play at the same time if you wanted to. So great resources for us. CBC Library coming through in a big way. So lots of good stuff. There is that article I asked you to read, The Light and Dark of Midsummer Night's Dream. It's not terribly long. It was published in the New York Times, which makes it really fun. And it talks a lot about different staging, how people create this play, why it's been popular, and some different themes that are in the play. So it's not terribly long. Really interesting take on Shakespeare's theater from a modern perspective. And then the last resource I want to show you here in Midsummer Night's Dream is the No Fear Shakespeare translation of Midsummer Night's Dream. So if you are reading through the play and you're like, I'm having a hard time engaging because I really want to know what they're saying, but I don't feel like I'm totally getting it, this website takes you to a nice translation. So instead of only having Shakespeare's words, you've got Shakespeare's words on the left, and then you have a more modern translation on the right. So you can look at the lines side by side and more fully understand what the characters are trying to say, which can be really helpful, especially in certain like monologues and different contexts where you're not quite sure how to get into it. So this is a way to kind of help us more fully understand the ideas behind the play and also still get to appreciate the awesome language that Shakespeare is using. So really, really great resources for us here, guys, as we head through this week and as we get into A Midsummer Night's Dream. I'm so excited for you guys to read this play. I know I say that about everything we've done so far, but like, there's a reason I got asked to teach Shakespeare. I freaking love this stuff. And yes, I'm fully aware that makes me a nerd. I'm embracing it wholeheartedly because this is fun stuff, guys. Like, I know Shakespeare kind of gets a bad rap. He's hard to read. His ideas are antiquated, blah, blah, blah. But he's so creative. And what he did was really incredibly inventive and unique at the time and still is. Like, for heaven's sake, there's a character in Midsummer Night's Dream who the fairies decide to play a joke on, and they change his head into a donkey head. But he's still a man with the rest of him, and then they make a fairy fall in love with him, and it's hilarious. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Shakespeare's amazing. I hope you enjoy him. And let me know if you have any questions this week as we go into Midsummer Night's Dream.